Yes. Welcome to another episode of Janda Becanda. Today we have a fantastic guest with us. We have the famous Zoya Amirin. She is Indonesia's own clinical sexologist. And today she is going to be answering some of my questions in regards to personal development as well as relationship advice and tips. So, welcome to the show, Zoya.
Yay! Thank you.
We actually met once before. Now we're reconnected, and this time on the podcast. So I'm really excited to have you. Tell us a little bit more about yourself in terms of your background as a clinical sexologist.
You have problems with your menstrual period and you want to have kids, or you feel like it seems like your hormones, gitu ya, your hormonal imbalance. Yeah, well, woman my age, like I'm at 40, so usually we have problem with hormonal imbalance, right? Now, if you have a hormonal imbalance, you go to the ini kan ke obgyn.
Right.
Misalnya ya, you check with your obgyn, atau you have like a premenopause symptoms or pasca menopause or whatever is that. Itu perginya ke mungkin ke dokter yang ke obgyn. Tapi ketika kita menghadapi problem-problem kayak ini, how my hormonal imbalance impact my love life, impact my sex life, then you come to me. And
Okay.
how to talk about like also why I get like easier horny at the time, and I'm a divorcee, and I get like I falling in love and I wanna date, but it's in my 40 or in my 50. What should I do with that? How I dealing with all of this stuff at the same time? Do I want to have kids again? Or
Right.
I don't want to have kids, and what kind of relationship a woman at their 40 or 30, or what kind of relationship I want after divorce, after like my late husband and everything else, yeah, stuff like that, you come to me.
Okay. All right. That is probably you hit some of the biggest questions there.
Mm.
Dating after divorce.
Yes.
So a lot of fear that comes into finding the self-esteem to
Mm-hmm.
going back out
Mm-hmm.
into a dating world.
Yes.
What advice would you give to our gender listeners out there
Mm-hmm.
about that?
Well, I'm still also doing all the dating stuff. It's up and down, crazy, especially with the apps when you can choose your man the way you choose your shoes. I think that was like super awesome, right? It's awesome, but you have to be really careful. I don't know. I don't have find any luck. Can I say luck, right?
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
cannot really find any luck in Indonesia.
So okay. So that's the dating. But I think before that, one step before that, I'd like to ask you in terms of
How
the
prepare
advice that
also?
you would give about the mental readiness
Mm,
of
okay.
somebody who's still trying to get brave enough to date again.
Okay.
Not necessarily
Okay.
using a dating app. That's one way to do that. But even just to prepare mentally of being out there again.
Mm.
Um,
Okay, that's interesting. So first of all, you need to understand what you learned from your past relationship.
okay.
If it's possible, you even have to have like a journal or something to make sure that, oh, ini yang waktu ini nih gitu ya, misalnya from my first of all, you have to start from your divorce if you are divorced. Okay, so what works, what didn't work at that time, ya kan? What if I do differently? This is, I'm talking about the normal, like break up, like if you not break up with the narcissistic personality disorder, with the abusive and stuff like that, because
Right.
if you've been through something like that, you really need to get help. I've been through an abusive relationship too in the past, gitu ya. Lagi, it's like the shortest relationship I ever had, but they were like the most drama ever, gitu. Even me. So I need to, I need to accept. Yeah, I think all of your ladies need to learn from my mistake too, that you are powerless over love.
Okay.
Okay. So me, I'm kind of snob. I think I was like, hi, I'm a sexologist and I'm an expert, so I'm gonna be just fine,
I
if
see.
you send an if this guy have an ADD, I think I can taking care of him. If this guy have like a certain kind of personality, like it's not just a quirk, it's actually a red flags. Make me miss all the red flags that I actually have to be put into concern. So please
Mm,
don't be like me. When I become I think that I can overpower love, which is I should know better. That's my biggest mistake in relationship. I even already become a sexologist when I do that mistake. But
right.
then I have to learn it the hard way. There was like the shortest relationship I ever had, but it was like the most painful, because I make a lot of bad choices during that, because I think I can handle that. So first of all, when you think that you can handle that and you think you are powerful over love, then you are in denial.
Mm,
you know
wow.
so do not enter a relationship and think like, hey, I can help this guy. Hey, this guy will need me. Or if without him I was just not going to be the best person or the best version of myself. If you entering a relationship with that kind of thought, with that kind of blueprint, it's going to screw you up like shortly. So
Yeah.
when I admit that, actually, hey, you know what, I cannot, I have a type of guy that I like. I like someone who actually have a buff body because it's huggable. I'm crazy and all that. So
Right.
I like a guy who actually asks my opinion about stuff. But even the wrong guy can say the right thing and do the right thing. They
Ah,
can like
okay.
they so the wrong guy can do all of those things. So you need to be really sure that do not apa ya, jangan membawa beban yang tidak seharusnya kita bawa, most likely like that. Kalau misalnya if the guy not grown up enough,
Mm,
to be with you, yeah, it's not your job to taking care of them emotionally. Hey, maybe I can prepare him to be ready. Sometimes we are women, we do that mistake a lot. We become the fill in the blank kind of woman. Whatever that he cannot fulfill, and you just try to fulfill that. Then after that, you get exhausted in relationship, you get a
right.
couple burnout, then you get a depression or something like that. So before you are really ready into a dating, ask yourself, am I enough? That
Mm,
I feel fulfilled with my life? Am I okay untuk like going out sendiri, makan di restoran sendiri, and just enjoying yourself without your woman's friends or anybody else? Are you really content by
mm,
just like doing nothing with yourself, just watching TV or reading your good books, doing
right.
all the activity without other people? If you are comfortable with that, I'm not saying if you're extrovert or introvert. I know it's kind of hard for your extrovert, maybe. I hear you. I'm extrovert all the way. But when I feel content and peace with it, then that's the only time I know that I'm ready for relationship. Because if not, everybody have a baggage, whatever you name it, like
Mm,
is you want to call it like it's Prada or it's Louis Vuitton or it's Kate Spade, it's still baggage, right? So when you put baggage in your relationship, you just have to make sure you take it all out first. Do the best that you can. I know it's not going to be like an empty baggage or something like that. Like, hey, I'm 40. Like, hell no, right? But at least I do the best that I can to just admit my mistake. I need to become fearless first before I met anybody else. I need to very comfortable with myself, with my
mm,
own skin, on my age. And that term, it's so much easy for me to love somebody without put take on the responsibility on me. Like,
mm,
men need to be a man. If they not become a man, then we it's so hard for us to be their wife or
yeah.
partner.
Right.
Instead we gonna be like their mom.
Mm,
Ya kan, berapa banyak sih kita kalau misalnya kita in relationship terus dia gitu kita ngerasa kayak, aduh, punya anak dua tapi kayak punya anak tiga, yang satunya kayak anak remaja padahal udah tua gitu ya. Kenapa our husband jadi berperilaku seperti anak-anak? Mungkin sometimes memang kadang-kadang laki-laki kemanjaan kalau misalnya udah di ini ya, kalau udah di dalam relationship karena diladenin dan segala macam. Tapi are we giving the way? Are we always become the fill in the blank kind of woman? Whatever that they cannot do atau mereka lama melakukannya, kita langsung put it in charge for whatever that. It kind of way is emasculated a man and make us using a lot of masculine energy on relationship. It's masculine energy, it's good. Masculine energy is making decision, problem solving, but we good if we're doing it out of relationship. If we were working, I'm a working woman, I'm the most hard thing, I'm a breadwinner in my family, so I am masculine energy, like a lot of masculine energy.
Okay.
But when I come to relationship, I need to realize and using different hat that hello, I cannot even use this tone when I like hanging out with my girlfriend with all of my crazy, laughing or whatever is that. I need to like adjusting my tone with my partner. For instance, like when I'm talking to my kids, I'm not going to use the same tone when I'm talking in public. I will use a different kind of laughing tone with my kids, right? So I'm going to using the different laughing tone also with my partner or with my husband or my future husband, whatever is that, right? That's what we need. So when we enter a relationship, we enter no, before relationship, we enter a dating. Uh, I don't want to say game because it's lame. I want to say like a dating pool, right? When we dive into a dating pool, first of all, we need to be relaxed. Like totally, girl, you have to be relaxed. We all need to be relaxed because we tend if we've been through a lot of relationship before, when we entering a relationship, it's so hard for not overthinking everything, you know. And the first sign that you're not actually really ready in relationship when you met a guy, for like 2 days, and he was like a great catch and he was like super awesome, and all of in our head was like, oh my god, what did he like me, if what if I does this kind of text, can I okay so do that, and stuff like that. You're not even really in love yet, but you already like asking a lot of questions in your brain. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Don't jumping into everything yet. Just one step away, one step behind from investing everything, because guys, no matter how old or how young they are, they just they need to be a man by hunting, by chasing us, by doing something like that. So let's prepare ourselves by using a lot of our female energy, expressing feelings, enjoying ourselves, uh, expression. So woman is actually our feminine energy help us to express feelings, to enjoy the moment, to just be ourselves. So don't let yourself in overthinking. If you still there's a guy that you really like, you don't even have like a meaningful contact yet or commitment, and you already like overthinking it, maybe it's time for you to just like take a deep breath, take your time
Right.
and figure things out first. Usually when we try to be in control
Mhm.
for something that not happened yet, it's because we've been traumatized before. All of us bring that traumatized and become a controlling person,
Mhm.
or we become someone who actually submissive, not in the BDSM sexy ways. You become like a people pleaser or something like that. There's that. It means that you have issues that you need to tame with first. You need not controlling, because we cannot ever controlling
Mhm.
situation, love, feelings, but we need to manage it. Like accept your mistake, especially if you want to jump into a relationship. Please forgive yourself for loving the wrong person in the past.
Okay.
That's very strong message, that if you forgive yourself for loving the wrong person, because sometimes we are women, I believe like most women is actually strong,
Mhm.
but sometimes we forget to be happy, we forget to just accept ourselves, that we make a lot of mistake, and we not even so easy to ourselves, just to make that mistake in the past. So when
Right.
we accept that mistake, it's so much easier for us to loving another person, to just be ready into a date, especially if we realize what went wrong, you know, uh, what do I learn from this relationship? what do I learn in a past relationship? I know if I have a time shift, maybe I still want to do like, oh, I wish I'm not dating this person. But as hard as I really, want to change my past, I also realize, hey, Zoya, without that person, you're not gonna know like this person, or for instance, like, oh, I maybe don't know Intania at that time. I maybe don't know this person, and I maybe not gonna experience this. I'm not gonna be as wonderful as I am right now. So there's a lot of things you need also to remember what you learn and what you gain from every, even the most terrible relationship ever. You need to always remember what you learn from that, personally or socially or whatever is that. I'm sure we will find that.
Right.
Then if you already know all the answer that I'm talking about, then I'm sure you're already in a relationship,
Okay.
like very ready
I
relationship.
think that's the biggest homework, and I think there's so much that you just said right now that are so important for anybody who's listening. Um,
Mm,
you know, what you were saying is in the dynamic of a relationship, don't be somebody who fills in the blank
yes.
for the other person, your
Mhm,
spouse. And
mhm.
by doing that, you're giving away your power, and
Yes.
you sort of lose yourself a little bit every time,
Mhm.
and which is an issue, obviously, because then you sort of don't know who you are at the end of the day.
Yes.
And so I think there's a lot there from what you just said. If anybody would just listen to that over and over and then really let that soak in and sink in and learn from the wisdom that you have there, I think
Mhm.
that's, I think, the pinnacle of all the experiences that you've had as a clinical sexologist and meeting all of your different clients. Because I think
Yeah.
I can relate to a lot of that. Certainly, I
Yeah,
can relate to a lot
because
of
it's
that.
crazy. I blame myself a lot for for loving the wrong person. Like I feel like, hey, you're smart,
Mm,
that you know all of the things and you see the red flags and you choose to ignore it. Yeah, it's because I feel like I can handle things, which is I'm not. Then I have to accept that, and I learned about love in a very very hard way, that love is supposed to be make you vulnerable and safe at the same time. I thought it's just about vulnerability, then I become vulnerable on this man, and this man is actually using it against me, and it was sucks. It's not just breaking my heart, but uh I feel like at that time that I really want to die. I don't have the idea of killing myself, of course, but it feels like it's suffocating and exhausting, and I feel like I'm not enough. And this is me, you know. You know what? And the only thing that at that time that saved me from like not, I was actually pray like, God, oh my God, I use every knowledge that I know in a healthy relationship with this guy, but it seems like I'm not good enough. What's wrong? And at some point, I actually praying to God, like, God, just take my life. I mean, like, I'm so tired. I already do my best on my part, and it seems like I'm not enough for this person, and I love this person, and like, what's wrong with me? I asked that question, and it was like it hits me when there's the interview from TV. So I turn off the TV. I turn on the TV at that time. It is like an answer from God. There's like a TV from like I think it's a French or Al Jazeera TV. It's like international TV, and I was being interviewed on that TV, and they show me like my life as if like, oh my God, you know what? I have to live. I don't know. I know it's suffocating right now, so I need help. Right at that moment, then I'm looking for help. I find my friends who's actually also a psychologist. I pay them. I pay my friends like professionally, because you know what, I need help. I cannot. I'm not, I cannot control over feeling love, and
mm,
I'm powerless over that. So I learned a healthy relationship, another learn of healthy relationship, despite of all of those things. And my friends was showing me it's a very amazing. It's like You just say, you already did this and this and this. And I show her, like, this is all the theory that I use, and the expertise of relationship. It's always worked with my client. I even put myself out as if I'm the client of myself. What would I advise? And I follow all the instruction, and it doesn't work. It means the relationship sucks. It's not you. But at that time, I don't want to accept that. I think I'm too smart,
Mm.
for
Yeah.
heartbroken. Nobody
Right.
can escape a heartbroken,
Yeah.
even so, And I was like, oh, shoot. Okay. So when I admit that, it was so much peace. And I got like verbally abused a lot at that time. I was like being saying that I'm not good enough and so on and so forth. It took me a lot of like longer before, because I'm kind of confident kind of gal, right? So when he say like something like belittle me and stuff like that, it's not really. I thought it was like, I'm okay with that. I don't feel that way until it was suffocating me on the terms like, hey, dude, if you really love me the way I am, it's not okay for you to belittle me, or always or being dismissive or stuff like that. But I already fed up. Then I realized, so I should be just like get out from relationship from the start when it seems like
Right.
too much for me, and stuff like
Right.
that. So I was like, oh, love is supposed to be vulnerable and safe at the same time. So I learned from that relationship. My takeaway from that relationship: next time if I meet someone, I cannot escape pain. I cannot escape like all the heartbreaks, but at least be with someone who not intentionally want to hurt you.
Mm.
If they hurt you, they apologize and do something about it. And if they love you without condition, without term and condition.
Mhm.
If they want to give you love, they should just give you love without asking term and condition. The only thing, if they want to ask from you, prove it the way, can I trust you? Because you cannot prove love. Love is given freely. If you want to prove, you prove if you're a trustworthy person. So you need to be vulnerable and safe at the same time. So be with someone who actually worth the pain. Ya nggak? Jadi kita tetap akan pacaran sama orang dan mungkin kita akan disakiti, tapi minimal dia nggak sengaja nyakitin kita. That's a
Mm.
good guy. Dan kita nggak akan mungkin bisa masuk dalam relationship berharap kita nggak akan disakitin sama sekali. So waktu kita menjalani relationship itu, let's be sure bahwa this guy is really worth the pain.
Mm.
And you're gonna be fine. Kalau akan sakit hati, oke. Nangis, ya kan, ada banyak platformnya untuk nangis, untuk curhat, untuk get your strength. Bisa dengerin podcast ini, ya kan. We
That's right.
share the same, like, we share the same pretty much life story or love story. We learn the same thing. So from queen to queen, it's okay, be vulnerable. It means that you are strong enough to handle that, and trust yourself that you can get through this. It's not going to be easy, but let's show how amazing you are, because without tears, without all of the pain, it's
Mm.
different. You cannot be like that happy. Kayak misalnya cuma orang haus yang bisa menghargai air kan,
Mm.
gitu. Jadi kita dikasih air, kalau kita nggak aus-aus banget kita biasa aja. Tapi kalau kita pernah ngadepin ini semua gitu, kita akan bersyukur sama kebahagiaan yang kita dapatkan. Dan when we met the right person gitu ya, kita akan tahu bahwa ya kita akan ups and down juga sama dia. Tapi make sure dia tuh tidak melakukannya dengan sengaja gitu, to using it against us when we
Right.
vulnerable to this guy gitu.
Well, that intent that you talk about, the malicious intent, and that can take us aback when that comes from the person that we love. And that's what's blindside a lot of people in relationship, is that when love, your words, love is supposed to be vulnerable and safe at the same time.
Yeah.
So do not use the things that people share with you in confidence against them.
Oh my
It
God.
goes
Yeah.
both ways. The trust also goes both ways.
Yeah.
Um, don't hurt the other person either.
Yes.
So because um, this is not just a one way saying, you know, like, oh,
Yes,
man in the relationship
it's
that's
true.
responsible of that, but you're also responsible of that in your relationship to
Yeah.
others. Um,
You
if you
know
want to be loved, you
how
have to.
hard is that? Exactly, exactly. You also have to keep their secret safe. Even they not the apa ya? They don't even deserve our trustworthy or our you know don't even deserve ourselves, tapi tetap aja ya, bukan karena dia itu because he's a jerk terus kita juga langsung sharing semua vulnerability yang dia pernah sharing ke kita. It's not who we are, you know,
Mm,
gitu. Just because orang lain nyakitin kita terus kita juga jadi go down to that level, no, it's not how queen is actually act, right? And we are
right.
queen, and we have to really own it, like, hey, you know what, I don't want to go down to your level just because you're a jerk. I don't want to be a jerk too. Just because you're trashing me doesn't mean that I'm a trash, you know. I don't want to admit that. So own it, you know. Hey dude, you know, there's I had love you and it just doesn't work. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to forgive myself for loving you. And the best way that you can tell yourself that you already do your best to loving one person despite of whatever is that, tapi jangan pakai itu sebagai alat juga. Udah gue sayang-sayang sekian lama pacaran ini itu misalnya ya,
Okay.
tapi kok dia balikinnya begini, itu nggak ikhlas. No, gitu. Jadi
Right.
doing everything that you do in relationship, make sure you do it for yourself first, not just to please the other person. The best way you can do is meet in the half. Jadi kan juga kita juga punya boundaries. Karena kalau all that we think adalah how to make that person happy, nanti kita akan jadi nagging and demanding.
Right.
I give all to you, then you have to give all to me. Then I demand something from you, you know, love me the way I want to be loved. Waduh, it's exhausting.
Well, let's talk about that. Well, I like your tagline on your Skype. It says "Love as if you've never been hurt." So
Thank you.
good. I like that. But let's talk about what you just said, and something is very important in relationships: boundaries.
Yeah.
How do you set healthy boundaries, and how do you maintain healthy boundaries?
Mm, it's so easier said than done. Okay, I warn you. I was like, I learned also in a hard way, but I'm grateful for every man that been in relationship with me because they helped me to shape who I am, especially in terms of boundaries.
Mm,
It's I think semakin kesini itu semakin susah ya maintain healthy boundaries with the social media dan segala macam, itu sebenarnya mempersulit kalau menurut aku ya sekarang. So my way of healthy boundaries after I learned from psychology and everything else, especially sexology and relationship expert, sometimes kadang-kadang aku pikir aku tuh belajar ini semua kayaknya untuk berobat jalan deh. And I was like, I use it first for myself. If it worked for me, then I give it to my client, right? Because I want to do the talks, you know. I just want to do the best that I can. Makanya orang bilang, kok Zoya belak-belakan banget, you are so relate to me. Hey girl, I've been up and down. So I know, been there, done that, and stuff like that. So in terms of healthy boundaries, first of all, aku pikir bahwa kalau kita be considerate dengan berpikir bahwa apa yang aku nggak mau dilakukan sama aku nggak akan lakukan ke orang lain, ya kan? It's not enough. So actually, and it's
Right.
so not enough. I'm sorry. Uh, People was like, hah, kenapa? Iya, jangan lakukan apapun pada orang lain yang kita nggak mau dilakukan pada diri kita. It works, but it's not really enough. You know, when you say that, it only works for healthy boundaries like 20%. Ya, top, I can give you 25%. 75%-nya lagi yang harus kita lakukan dalam healthy boundaries adalah niatan baik tidak selalu menjustifikasi hasil akhir yang baik. If you have a good intention, good. But banyak orang kan suka gini, kan yang penting niatanku baik. I just want to protect you. I want to taking care of you. When you say that, I don't want to hurt you. That's why I try to hide this from you. Are you really try to hide this from me to protect me, or you just try to protect yourself? I ask that question a lot too to myself. Like when, aku nggak usah kasih tau dia deh, nanti kan dia sakit. Sebenarnya yang aku mau coba lindungin siapa sih? Is it myself or him actually in the process? So, in terms of first of all, of course, don't do anything else yang kita nggak mau orang lain lakukan pada kita, jangan lakukan pada orang lain. Kedua, make sure ketika kita punya good intention, hasil akhirnya juga baik. Jadi misalnya, aku punya niatan ingin ngasih surprise ke Tania, gitu. Because I care about Tania. So kalau aku care tentang Tania, aku akan kasih. Dia pasti seneng dong. Wait, mungkin Tania adalah orang yang tidak suka surprise. Kenapa? Just because gitu. You can have your own reason. You don't have to explain to me. If I care about you, I should put that into count. Apakah gitu dengan tidak mau ada surprise party karena sebenarnya Tania punya trauma sebelumnya, atau karena memang dengan aku ngasih surprise party aku akan nolong Tania untuk bisa bersosialisasi. Okay. But you have to think through that. Yes. Or is that this is for you? Oh, I give surprise to Tania so everybody know I'm a good partner. I'm a good friend. Right? So, good intention, of course. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Okay, but if you want to do something to your partner, ini laki-laki pada perempuan, perempuan kepada laki-laki, make sure kita juga tahu hasil akhirnya yang kita mau apa sih. Is that about us or is it about them? Yeah. Dan being assertive, it's very, 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 very healthy for your healthy boundaries. Being assertive is stand for your right without hurting others. You know, you can always say no to sex. You can always say no to like any kind of touch that's not comfortable for you. You can say no for something that they give to you, but say something without hurting that person. That's the trick. Karena being assertive, it means that you always ask. Aku sampai pernah bercanda dulu bilang gini, oh, I'm a very assertive person. Yeah, I'm good this and that. Then I get married. Then I met my ex mother-in-law. No, I'm not trying to speak bad to her. She's awesome though, actually. But it's me. For some reason, I feel so intimidated by her. But it's totally me. It's not her. So I feel so intimidated by her. And she's the only person I cannot be assertive. Which is bad, right? I was like, gitu kan. It takes a lot of time for me untuk lagi setting healthy boundaries gitu ya. Kamu orang lain bisa, sama siapapun bisa, even my partner aku bisa, tapi aku nggak bisa sama my mother-in-law at that time gitu. So I was like, it's still something about me kan. Kenapa gitu? Apa yang aku takutin? What is so intimidating? What I'm afraid of gitu kan ya? What's so different about her? I don't want to hurt her. If I don't want to hurt her, then I am not going to hurt her. So I just have to be assertive, something like that. So every one of us need to realize which part that we cannot be assertive. Itu ketika kita nggak bisa asertif gitu, disitulah saatnya boundaries kita itu akan bisa dilanggar. So yang paling aman adalah lebih asertif by telling how you feel. Misalnya, aku nggak comfortable kalau misalnya kita pergi makan-makan di tempat ini gitu ya, karena I feel more safe and comfortable if we going out to this kind of place. So even I know you will pay for me gitu ya during the date, but I just at least want to give you the gesture that kita mau nggak bayar setengah-setengah misalnya gitu. Terus I really into you. I like having a good kiss with you, but I'm not really ready for sex because I just feel more comfortable and happy and love if we talk about it first, or at least I'm more comfortable in having sex with you if I already know like what you really want and you know what I really want in bed, how to seduce each other. Like we don't have to be BDSM or any kink sex kind of things. We can be vanilla and kink at the same time, pretty much by saying like, this is my boundaries. I just more comfortable with this. I'm fine with holding hands with you, but I'm not comfortable if you hugging me too tight, for instance. Or I know I'm having sex before in my relationship, but that doesn't mean I want to jump into sex right away. stuff like that. Or this is what I comfortable talking about with, and this is I feel violate, stuff like that. So always tell how you feel. If you want a healthy boundaries, do not tell other people, or do not say what you think, but say how you feel. It's so
Okay.
hard. Woman katanya, oh perempuan adalah makhluk emosional. So kalau makhluk emosional artinya kita lebih bisa ekspresif. Nggak juga. Kadang-kadang perempuan yang pintar, apalagi yang pekerjaannya maskulin kayak saya begini gitu, or we work for instance,
Mm.
kadang-kadang kita kan pakai energi maskulin kita, it's make it hard for us to express emotionally. So we have to mesti belajar memang gitu. Tell you how you feel, like, oh, I feel comfortable doing this podcast because it's catchy, not just janda becanda, but it was something like, I know I can empower women through this, right? You have to tell something like that from
Mm.
something that you comfortable telling with, like for instance with Tania, I will tell like how I'm comfortable with, because she was so detailed, like we're gonna talk about this and this is gonna happen and stuff like that. So it's made me comfortable. So I
Mhm.
want you to know that, right? And that's our boundaries actually. Nah,
Okay.
we should be able to do this to our partners too, gitu.
Right.
To setting healthy boundaries. Tell how you feel. It means at the same time you be honest about yourself.
Mm.
Kadang-kadang ada perempuan yang nanyanya gini, Tan. Ini lucu banget kalau aku lagi ngomong tentang assertiveness in setting boundaries. Banyak perempuan
Yeah.
bilang gini, Mbak Zoya, kalau misalnya aku ngomongnya ke suamiku gini, gini loh sayang, aku maunya kamu begini. Saya bilang
Mm.
gini, Mbak, maunya Mbak itu adalah Mbak ungkapin perasaan atau Mbak ungkapin apa yang Mbak pikirin? Oh gitu ya. Atau enggak, kalau aku bilangnya gini Mbak, aku senengnya kamu begini loh, itu masih nyuruh Mbak.
Jadi kalau seandainya ada yang phrase-nya yang benar gimana kalau ngomongnya, biar mungkin
Yang
straight to the
benar
point untuk
adalah
orang-orang yang lagi dengerin, aduh gue salah nggak nih ngomongnya.
ini do I emasculated my partner gitu kan ya. Yang paling sehat adalah tell how you feel. Jadi selalu diawali dengan I word, dengan saya. Saya merasa, I feel happy, I feel glad gitu ya. Kan kita tuh udah terbiasa misalnya gini, aku nggak suka warna biru. Selain warna biru ada ratusan warna di luar sana.
Hmm.
Tell what you like, how to make you happy. Man is a goal oriented. Jangan bilang aku tuh capek begini. Dia akan cari cara untuk find, okay, what should I do? How should I help you, and so on and so forth. But we need to tell them what we like to be treated. For instance, like aku senang deh pas kemarin kamu bawain smoothies because I feel care. You know, I'm happy waktu lagi kamu pergi kerja misalnya, atau misalnya for instance kita lagi pacaran gitu ya, aku senang pas kita setiap pagi kamu bangun kamu bilang good morning, just for the sake of good morning, dan malam meskipun kamu nggak teks aku seharian tapi pas mau tidur kamu bilang good night, I feel loved, I feel affection, dan it's nice. By telling that, we using our feminine energy, we make peace with ourselves, we tell them what is it to please us. At the same time, it's appreciate the men who give us that attention. Dan itu adalah kita mendapatkan afirmasi, dia pasti akan lebih rajin ngasih kita afirmasi, which is all the women in the world need affirmation every single freaking days. Because that's who we are. And it's okay. Ya kan, sementara laki-laki butuh appreciation. Ketika kita kasih appreciation kayak gitu kan akhirnya kita win-win solution, right?
Okay.
And we setting boundaries that, hey, I like that when you say that you say good morning and good night. It means that you're thinking about me, not in a cheesy way, not in a romantic way that make man feels like, oh, gue nggak macho banget sih, enggak kan gitu. It's nice, it's cool, it's cute gitu kan ya, and it's satisfying for both parties actually.
Okay. So if I can sum it all up, I want to wrap it all up, and the queen has laid down the rules here. So we are powerless against them, and
Yes.
we are enough, and set healthy boundaries. Men are goal oriented, and
Yeah.
they need appreciation, and the women need reaffirmation. So
Yes.
um, I think there's a lot of lessons here, and I think we're going to have to listen to this interview a few times and to make sure that we capture all of it. But I'm so happy to have had you on the show because there's a lot of gold nuggets in there.
Yes.
For people who are also still in relationships, or as you said, if you're don't beat yourself up. And
Yeah.
sometimes you have bad relationships in the past to learn
Yeah.
so that you can be better in the next one. And
Mm-hmm.
remember to love yourself and
It is.
right,
It is.
love yourself to take care. So thank you so much, Zoya. I cannot thank you
Udah
enough.
nih habis nih. This is so
Oh,
excited. I love it.
I
Because
love it.
topic like this is always personal to me as well as professional to me. It was always like, make me remind who I am, how I can where I am right now, how I can become here, and how I can become like this. I cannot influence others if I'm not being hurt in the past and not
Mm,
learn from anything in the past.
right,
People say like, oh, you're awesome. It seems like you always cool. Ya, iya, pernah nangis berdarah-darah juga gitu kan. I
right.
think that's make me fearless when I accept myself and when I loving myself, yeah, especially, and I forgive myself, and I become fearless, you know. And you need to experience that. Let's learn from our mistake. For instance, there's some mistake you also not learn yet. Take your time and figure things out. Just give your time and give credit to yourself. When you give credit to yourself, it's so much easier to just like uh, coping with that. So
Mhm.
don't try to control everything. Oh my God, I'm a control freak, still a little bit, but when
Right.
I try to let go and was like, you know what, I uh, just let go some stuff. You're
Mm,
gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine, and it's actually when I give credit to myself, like, hey, there's nothing you cannot handle, girl. I mean, like, you've been through a lot. You've been through hell, for God's sake.
mm.
So you're gonna be fine. When you tell yourself like that and you give yourself a credit, you can coping with that. Like you can coping almost everything, like everything.
Fantastic. Well, beautiful inside and out, everyone. Thank you so much again, clinical psychologist,
Yeah.
sexologist Zoya Amirin. We're gonna have Janda Becanda workshops once the COVID is done, the pandemic
Yes.
is over, and I would like to have you on the panel.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Zoya.
Sama-sama.